Killers Anonymous is a new film from Grindstone about a group of London assassins who attend AA-style meetings in a church basement where they talk about their feelings and help each other quit their murderous lifestyles. Among the members are the lady priest leader Joe, the short-tempered maniac Marcus, the in-over-his-head wimp Ben, the nasty STD-ridden stripper woman Crystal, the pretty boy Leandro, and the sadistic Dr. Calvin. Gary Oldman plays an unnamed guy who seems to be in middle management of the organization, who watches the whole thing from afar through binoculars because Gary Oldman is expensive and Grindstone couldn't afford for him to have a big role. When a U.S. presidential candidate is shot, a surprise meeting is called, and the group realizes that something fishy is going on when a new member, Alice, shows up. Who is she? Who shot the presidential candidate? Why was he in London? To win an election, you need to actually campaign. Loyalties are tested and monologue after monologue is given in a movie that thinks it's a lot cooler than it really is. I'm going to be spoiling this like mad, so you've been warned. From the very beginning of the film, I knew that something was wrong. Gary Oldman sits down at a bar with Jessica Alba, who dies before the title appears on screen. Yay! She's fallen off the wagon and tries to kill the presidential candidate, but botched it. Oldman tries to get the full story from her, and she tells a story filled with long, rambling monologuing. She takes like 5 minutes to tell this simple story, and it's excruciating. It was then that I realized that this movie is going to be the worst kind of bad movie there is. A subpar Tarantino clone. When they got to the church basement after the opening credits, I had the realization that the rest of the movie was going to take place there, and my fears were confirmed. It definitely started having a Reservoir Dogs / Hateful Eight flavor to it, with this group of violent people monologuing in a room while tensions escalate. I know QT is something of a copycat artist himself, but he does that style of film very well, and that's why we associate it with him. Whenever anyone else tries it, you get Killers Anonymous, with bad dialogue spoken by annoying characters who say the F word a lot. Ignoring all of that, nothing about this movie makes any sense. There's this awful facepalm-worthy moment when things are starting to get worrisome in the basement, and one of the characters asks, "Wait, who calls these meetings anyway?" You all have been attending Killers Anonymous for over a year and haven't thought to ask that question. For assassins, you're a surprisingly trusting bunch. They find out that the CIA has been organizing the whole thing, and KA was their way of keeping tabs on them while they send them killing contracts. What? Why is the CIA anonymously hiring people off of their payroll that they can't control? Morally ambiguous maniacs with their own agenda at that. Have your own members do it. And why, of all the ways to bring these guys together, did they choose an anti-killing support group? What if the program worked and they were able to give up killing? You're undoing all your own work. Overall, this is getting a 3 out of 10. I did not enjoy this. It was annoying, and it made no sense, and it didn't have enough Gary Oldman. It doesn't even work in a purely exploitation level. After Alba bites it, there's no violence until the last 5 minutes. Too bad.